he's trying to race me. Trying to get it? You are moving. Look at you go. What we're gonna be riding today and testing out is the Jasion Hunter Pro, 28 miles per hour with an 1800 watt peak motor. Let's get it. The braking system is a 180 millimeter disc in the front and the rear with dual piston hydraulic, no branded brakes. The front suspension has 80 millimeters of travel with a preload adjustment and a front lockout. We have a 4-point linkage rear suspension, innovation technology designed shock. Here's the serial information on the rear hub motor, which is 1,000 watts and peaks at 1,800. The battery on this is 720 watt hours, rated at 15 amp hours, and it comes with a 2 amp charger, so roughly 7 to 8 hours to completely dead to 100%. We've seen these tires before, Chow Yang branded 20x4s. In order to fire this bike up, you do have to have the key in. And once you put the key in, you have 3 different positions. This position, obviously the first one is to take the key out. Position 2 is essentially to lock the key into the frame. And then position 3 is to actually start the bike up. Shimano 20 derailleur, 7-speed gear set, derailleur guard, double front chain wall sprocket to stop the chain from coming off from either side. Because this is a foldable bike, we do have foldable plastic pedals. You do have kind of an intuitive control. You do have a left and right blinker. Now, in order to turn this on, we hold down the power button. And then when you press the M function, you have trip, odometer, the voltage of the battery, and then the power that it's actually outputting. Average speed, max speed, and then back to the default. If we hold the up button, that will turn the headlight on. If we hold the down button, that will actually cause it to do the walk motion. Now for the left and right blinker, once you press the right or the left blinker, you have to hit that same corresponding button again to actually shut it off. And then our horn. The grips are a rubbery material with a palm rest. And for your throttle, it is half twist. One of the larger seats that I've seen and extremely comfortable with a whole lot of googiness. It's really designed for those big old wide butts, but it works well if you got a tiny one too. Cargo rack on the back. Because this is a foldable bike, I am going to show you how to fold it. What we're going to do is we're going to fold the pedals up first. We're going to undo the handlebars, pull this up. We push this little tab forward. What's important to mention is when you fold this up, there is no way to actually keep the two pieces from swinging about. You could use a bungee cord, a zip tie. It's more of a permanent solution, but there is a rest on the bottom. So when that rests on the concrete, it doesn't scratch the bike up. And then to put this all back together, so you'll see that when you use the app, it'll recognize the bike once you turn it on. You could change the color of it. This is what the app looks like. You see it actually connected pretty seamlessly. And there is a little indicator on the screen that actually shows it's connected to a phone. So you're able to adjust the different pedal assists. You could do 3, 1 through 3, 0 through 5, 1 through 5. It shows the total mileage and then the battery percentage. And what's cool is you actually have a headlight button. I don't know why you would need that, but it's nice that it's there. And then if you want to adjust the top speed, you just kind of hit the gear. You're able to change the bike name, and then you hit personalize. Once you hit personalize, you're able to adjust that to say kilometers per hour versus mile per hour. And as soon as you do that, it does in fact adjust that immediately. And your top speed. Now there is a way to adjust the top speed by holding down the M button. It's just really convoluted and very difficult. However, using the app allows you to do it pretty seamlessly. The app is very intuitive. I actually like that. Here's what's super interesting. I can use the power button to turn this on, but the key's in the ignition in the on position. We'll hit that, and I could just tap, and it turns it on. So watch how quick this app interacts with this. You'll see the little indicator up here, and then if we hit the headlight, go over to the settings, see the mile per hour there, and then if we hit kilometer per hour, mile per hour, Very, very fast. First thing I want to point out is the comfort on this bike is actually pretty good. The seat is very big, it's very cushioning, very bulbous. It's like sitting on an onion, and it's wide. And the post, the way it's designed, is kind of at an angle. So what's nice about that is you don't have to worry about that seat slamming down on you. Okay, now here's the fun part. You know about the speed limit, right? How it's set to 20 miles per hour. If you use the throttle at any given speed, you're gonna max it out. It's gonna do pedal assist 5 automatically right off the jump. So just keep that in mind. We'll talk about the stats here shortly. Let's get the pedal assist 1. People have said things to me and I've listened, so I just wanna talk about it real quick. People have mentioned the actual handlebars and the hand grips not being even because sometimes they're up, sometimes they're low. Basically, I do it based off of what the position of the handlebars are and where my hand can rest. Right? I usually like it parallel. Some people like it way down low, but then my palms, as you can see, don't rest on the handlebars. So yeah, it's on purpose. I get it that people don't like it. Look at that pretty Kestrel right there with that Starling. So it is a cadence sensor. You don't have to worry about putting too much effort in to get it to go. So we got 10 miles per hour. Not really much of a difference in pedal assist 2. Pedal assist 3, it picks up. About 18 miles per hour on the actual display itself. Pedal assist 4, big difference. You can kind of feel that motor. And you get into the point where you're at that ghost pedaling. Now, this is important because that display says 20.7 right now. Without unlocking the speed, whether you are in pedal assist 4 or 5, you're just gonna be maxed out at whatever that is. And then pedal assist 5, again with the cadence, you're just kind of moving your legs to get it to go that speed, that's all. So let's see this top speed we could get. Now, I remember doing a review on the original X Hunter, and a lot of people like this brand, like it's a big brand. So I was kind of excited when they were like, we're gonna send you the Hunter Pro. And you know, comparing the differences side by side, this is cheaper, which is interesting, but it's more powerful. So it's definitely going 20, well, at least the display says it's going 28. Let's talk about some of the numbers. For our brakes on this, we have a 180 millimeter disc on the front, 180 millimeter disc on the rear. Now, they are dual piston, but they're not branded. And you know, I don't really think that's a big thing. I talk about this in a lot of videos. I don't think it's super important. I really don't. And the reason why I don't think it's super important is because it's hydraulic. I mean, that's not saying that higher end hydraulic brakes, but when you're at the price point of what this is at, can you fault them? No, I can't. All right, let's test the front brakes. Oh yeah, very good stopping power. I am pretty happy with that. As you notice when I was testing those brakes first, I'm trying to bed in the rear first before I bed in the front. Reason behind that is just because I like to be weird, even though all your stopping power's in the front. Pretty good braking on there. You can see it does have really good pickup. We're gonna check the torque and the off-roadness here shortly. The front suspension on this does in fact have an open and a lockout, no compression adjustment, but you do have a preload adjustable knob on the top. So you're able to adjust it in some regards, or you can lock it out and just ride it stiff. Rear suspension on this is 4-point linkage, and again, non-adjustable. It's just a rear suspension absorbs some type of damage that otherwise your butt would sustain. Oh, check this out, watch this, ready, look. People say, Jay, why don't you stop at stop signs? Let me explain something to you real quick. I just want you to take a look around of how long this is. I get it, it's not safe. But here in America, we do this thing called a rolling stop. Cops hate it, but we love it because nobody wants to sit at a stop sign, count how many letters are on the word stop, spell it out, say it a couple times, just wait to see if another car's gonna come by. You can see clearly there's not a damn car in sight. So I'm not justifying, look, hey, stop at the stop signs. I get it, I do. It's just that there's no cars. This is not even built yet. Let's test the suspension, shall we? Hopefully that front camera can get some suspension here. Right off road, let's get it. Wow, that is actually, that I am impressed with. You could hear that kind of bottoming it out. Yeah, you hear that banging.
That is because we do not have any adjustability. So it gives you something, right? You could adjust the preload, but not the compression. So wait. S-T-O-P, stop. You know me. Okay, no cars. Anyway, so yeah, you can't really adjust that compression of how much is gonna go down. Only the preload, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure someone in the write in the comments, I think the preload is how quick it comes back up. So you can adjust that, but it is gonna bottom out when you go off-road like this. It just is. This is gonna be like a little jump. That is actually really good. It is a lot, it's a bit loud, but the back suspension, oh shit, oh god, oh shit. Handlebars, that's a handlebar movement. See, let me tell you something, I gotta tighten down these handlebars, but I don't have the tools for it. So, I actually did tighten those handlebars a bit. I guess I just didn't do it enough. No more off-road. That's just being unsafe at this point. I definitely put that down. I put about 15 pounds of torque on each one of those. Whatever. I guess I'll just adjust it a little bit more. I feel like I'm gonna take some. I should probably not be doing this with not tight handlebars. So let's get back on the road. God, dog, shit. Oh. Okay, so the good thing is my butt and my handlebars, they do good, right? Do I notice the 1800 watt peak? I don't even know how to test that really. It says it does that. It does 28 miles per hour and it gets you to that speed. Do I believe it does 1800 watts? I don't even know how people test this. I don't. Let me see something. Okay, all right, wow, so yeah, see, proper bedding. Why do you like to bed in the back brakes? That's why. Don't do that with loose handlebars, by the way. You saw that, it's loose, and that's tight too. Let's talk about the battery. So here's the deal. The battery on this is a little bit on the smaller side, 720 watt hours. I would have liked to seen 900, 1,000. 720 isn't bad. It is a 48 volt system rated at 15 amp hours. Now here's the deal with the 15 amp hours. You got a 2 amp charger, so you could charge that in 7 hours. Is a 720 watt hour battery big enough for a 1,000 watt, 1,800 watt peak system? Honestly, I feel like it's a little low. I feel like you could have, as innovative as they got with their controller, because I have yet to see this on anything, with the display and the super convoluted way to get to P8, it's a little bit of a hassle. So 720 watt hours, at least give me 950, 960. It's a little bit small for what it is. But then again, because it's foldable and it's built into the frame, well, you're gonna get a smaller battery. It's not gonna be larger. Oh, we do got blinkers on us, and you got this the horn, by the way, is a physical button, but it's like digital. It reminds me of like a forklift horn. Yep, that's exactly what that reminds me of. Oh, I know what you're saying. Hazers, you don't like the battery. 720 watt hours. Are you really gonna get 75 miles of range? Listen, whenever companies tell you that they get ridiculous mileage, just cut it in half. Cut it in half and then shave 10% off of that. For instance, they say this is 75. I say 35, I cut off at least 5, so probably 30 miles on a charge. Do I believe that? Yes, if you're using a throttle. Doing what I'm doing right now, 28 miles per hour, using all throttle, the battery does seem to be good. If we click this memory button here, shows that we are working with 50 volts left of the battery, so that's shows the power output too. See, right there it says 1,200, 1,300. I don't know if it's picking that up. There you go, it says the amount of power. She's trying to race me. Trying to get it. Whew, she is moving. You are moving. Look at you go. You're moving on that track too. Old lady, she didn't have no helmet on. Why not? Because it's Florida. Okay, so yeah, the range, 75 miles, no. Pedal assist 1, yes, I believe you can get 75 miles. 75 pounds is the weight of the bike, not bad. 400 pounds, so where my chubby monkeys at? You can actually get on this bike, no problem whatsoever. It'll be able to support you. I will say this though, that if you are, 400 pounds and you're riding this bike, I'm not being judgmental, I'm just saying 400 pounds on a 75-pound bike, that makes me nervous. It does. Again, that's not saying you can't support that. That's just a lot of weight, but they do claim it can support that. And they usually undershoot that. So if they're saying 400 pounds, what they really mean is we tested this with 650 and it was all right, and then it snapped. So we're just gonna deduct. Same thing with the mileage. We're just gonna deduct and just say what you can get. I just feel like they overshoot the mileage. One more thing worth mentioning is I'm gonna be doing a video here shortly on my experiences with some of these e-bike companies that I have in the past endorsed, said, you know what, this is a good company, go with it. Now, I will tell you this, Jason, this company has been around for a while. A lot of people know these bikes, and if you could say that you know a brand of a bike, that's a good thing. That means that that customer support and that company has existed. There's a lot of these companies that are fly-by-nights that buy these frames, and they're sketchy, shady at best. With this, with Jason, you know this brand. So I will say that that price point at $11.99 is good. And all of my experiences, keep in mind it's gonna be different than yours because I'm a reviewer, all of my experiences have been good. They respond. They also respond on their Facebook, and they don't know that that's me, so that shows you that they do have some type of customer support. And that's a big thing for most people. And at a price point of $11.99, it's a deal. 100% I'd recommend this bike. There's really not a lot of flaws with it. The comfortability, I'm not gonna talk about the folding as much as they probably want me to. Most practical people are not gonna be able to fold the bike up like this, 80 pounds, put it in the back of their SUV, especially if it's for older people. It's a nice idea that it can fold, but it's not, I don't think it's a good selling point. I mean, it's good for storage. I don't think it's good to put it away. So all in all, solid bike. Check out the link in the description down below. That's gonna bring you to the website where you can see every bike that I've done a review on. And if you're gonna pick this up, use that link down below. I get like 5%. You get a discount too. I'm just saying it'd be, you know, daddy needs some socks. So hook it up, mama.